Whoa, 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 you better check yourself before you wreck yourself doing that sort of weight. Jesus.
Hello there guys, and of course, welcome back into yet another one with us Review Bros, Aaron,
Craig.
and today we're going through a very well-known pre-workout review. And we reviewed it actually 1 year ago, pretty much to this day. And what we will say is there is a small label variation to the one we did back then. So we're going to talk to you about whether we think it's better, the same, or indeed worse for your hard-earned cash as we go through those usuals.
Taste, price, label, effects, all coming at you. And actually it's a new flavour, isn't it, which we'll get into shortly.
Hopefully it's very tasty.
Is it enticing? And if you're new here, give it a like, hit the sub button, hit the bell icons. We drop about 3 reviews a week, but let's get into this wreck fest, right?
Let's do it!
Taste the Mixability, guys, and we have got the newest flavour to the market right here, Orange Burst.
Exciting times. They wanted to come out with this summer flavour, so here it is. But for the sake of telling you guys what else it comes in, blue raz, raspberry mojito, bomb popsicle, rainbow burst, peach rings, and sour gummy.
Nice choice, Liz.
Yeah, a lot of choices. Always a thumbs up, because it just goes to show that the company's got money to put behind the flavouring systems and do more of them. It gives us and you the opportunity to hopefully be able to pick something you like. It's no good just having watermelon if you hate watermelon, right?
Exactly, yeah.
So, let's see how she looks.
Pretty good,
Really
eh?
good, considering a hefty scoop. What was it, 32 grams?
In that realm, yeah.
Really good.
Only a couple of little bits in it, nothing dramatic.
Right, would you say you're a massive orange fan?
I do like an orange squash and orange juice. Don't mind them, yeah.
Well, let's see. I don't know, if anything, I haven't used this yet, guys. Ooh. If anything, I'd say that orange to me is a bit boring, but hey, look, that's the truth. I might be pleasantly surprised. I actually am. Got a twist, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not
It's
a
really
boring one.
strong, isn't it?
Yeah, and we haven't used a little amount of water by any stretch, really. Yeah, it reminds me of like Calippo juice, but with like a bit of a twang to it. You know, like
Yeah, it's like the orange dextrose tablets. That's what it tastes like to me. Would you agree?
100%.
I've got a score in mind.
Yeah, I have as well.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1.
8 out of
8.5.
In that realm.
It's nice. It is really nice. There's no bitterness, no medicine or aftertaste, none nasties. It's just a sweet dextrose orange type flavour with a bit of a twist, almost like passion fruit on the back end.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's get to the price of it.
Let's talk price, guys. So how much are you paying for this latest formula of Rect? Well, you head over to hugesupplements.com where you can use our discount code RB10, knock off 10%, pick this up for $44.95 or £36.40. Take it away.
Absolutely, that code works on anything, and we get 20 servings here. It's one of those 40-20, so we're giving that benefit of the doubt. You know the drill, guys. For the sake of consistency, we always go by that maximum serving amount, because I think most of us out there, right, hardcore people out there, will go for that full serving, right? Now, we actually reviewed this a year ago and the prices came in exactly the same, but since then, the beginning of this year, we revised our sort of pricing scale to match
inflation.
Yeah, inflation. Everything's gone up in the world. And actually, back then, it scored a 3 out of 10. So it was more expensive than an average product. Now, when we do the math on the serving size, you get it for $2.25 per serving US. UK, guys, £1.82. Now, putting that on our consistent pricing scale of this year, it comes in at a 4 out of 10. So, yes, it's still more expensive than an average product, but as you can see, it's not as a lot more than average, right?
Yeah, exactly. You're getting a bit of a better deal based on our revised price scale.
Absolutely. It's a good segment. Let's get into the label and see where that hard-earned money is going.
Right, let's get into this hench formula. So 2 scoops, 31.78 grams. First up, L-citrulline at 8 grams.
Yeah, massive dosage of the pure type for nitric oxide production, blood flow, vascularity, vasodilation, and ultimately the pump.
Hydromac, the trademarked version of 65% glycerol, 4 grams.
Yeah, a huge dose, guys. We normally only see like a couple of grams at most in powder formulations. Now, Hydromax, the glycerol type, is going to draw in moisture and nutrients directly into the muscle cell, giving you that swollen look.
Lovely. Beta-alanine at 3.5 grams.
Yeah, good dosage, above the clinical, right, for the beta tingle, the paresthesia, itchy type feeling as the pre-workout kicks in and helps with endurance down the line.
Hell yeah. Betaine anhydrous, 3 grams.
Yeah, another big dose, 500 milligrams above normal. It's a jack of all trade, this one. Hydration, athletic performance, strength output, even some cognition benefits.
Nice. Then we've got malic acid listed as on its own, 3 grams.
Which will help buffer the lactic acid. It's going to help with flavouring of it, and it's going to help with endurance as well.
Absolutely. Then we've got agmatine sulfate at 1500 milligrams.
Yeah, a good dose. More nitric oxide production in the bloodstream, thus more pumps for the L-citrulline.
Yeah. Then we've got L-tyrosine at 1500 milligrams.
Yeah, good dosage. The amino acid responsible for concentration and cognition, hopefully to get us in the zone.
Alpha GPC, 50%, 600 milligrams.
Doing exactly the same thing as the L-tyrosine, more focus benefits. It's a good dosage, choline to wake the brain up and get you in the training session.
Lovely. We're not done yet. Lion's Mane mushroom powder, 600 milligrams.
Yeah, they've done a really good job of flavouring it, because I know that's one of those more difficult earthy-like flavourings to get to sort of mask. Now it's a nootropic. It's going to help again with brain function and coordination, concentration benefits.
Nice. Caffeine anhydrous, 250 milligram.
Yeah, lowish amount, still a couple of coffees worth of energy, stimulation, general amount.
Absolutely. Then we got Urea Durensis, 250 milligrams.
Yeah, that's a good dose. Urea Durensis, as we know, a stimulant with focus benefits and euphoric properties.
We'll take that. Then we've got theobromine at 150 milligram.
Yeah, the ingredient in chocolate that dogs cannot digest for us. A little bit of stimulation and mood boost properties.
Nice. Dicaffeine malate, 100 milligrams, yielding 75 caffeine.
So it's going to top up the caffeine, hopefully leave us without a crash at the end of training, because it keeps that energy level at a steady pace.
Yep. Then we've got black pepper fruit extract, 10 milligrams.
Yeah, nice. Get these ingredients digested, absorbed into the system. Very important in that 30-minute window.
Nice. Then we've got last but not least raulousine, which is alpha yo, 1 milligram.
Yeah, a milligram doesn't sound like a lot, but when it's alpha yo, that is a potent dosage, guys. It's going to help you with fat burning, aphrodisiac effects, blood flow, and of course stimulation from its ingredient source.
Nice. That label is looking stacked, isn't it, Aaron?
Absolutely stacked. What we will say though, however, guys, very interestingly, there's actually only been an ingredient removed from the previous version. S7 has been removed, which was in there for nitric oxide production, but it's one of those ones that looks very good on paper, but a lot of people, including ourselves to a degree, don't necessarily feel the real world results from it. So is it going to be missed or not? That's something we're going to touch on in the effects section, which is the progression direction we're heading now.
Absolutely. Let's get down that gym.
We are there, guys. We are into the primary segment of any review. Of course, it's the effects of this stuff in real life. Now, we've had a bond with Huge Supplements for a long time. As you might or might not know, we actually collaborated on a pre-workout with them, Rect Extreme, which was a high stimulant formula. But we need to put that to bed now. We need to keep this review and any other review, of course, 100% honest as we go through the segments we look for. So we look for 3 primary elements in these pre-workout reviews: pumps, focus, and of course, energy. What can this do for you? It promises us energy, power, focus, and pumps. So it's actually given us one more there.
Power time.
We start off these reviews, these effects segments, generally speaking, about beta-alanine, the itchy tingle feeling ingredient, because if it's in there, it's the first thing you feel 99.9% of the time. What did you think, Craig, of that?
Yeah, so it's in here at 3.5 grams, so no slouch. Obviously, we got the digestive aid, but we didn't feel it all too much, but we think it's just because it's a stacked formula. So you felt a bit heated, but there was no real itches or tingles, were they, for each of us?
No, and we've said this before, when you're talking 30-gram scoops, which this is above that, right? It's like trying to get everything into the system and digest it as one, and therefore sometimes the beta-alanine can just take a passenger seat, and other things take sort of the forefront of the effects or the digestion. So that's why we think the beta-alanine didn't come in as strong as we would have liked. That's the truth, right? Now, let's talk about the energy. The energy on this was really good. Really good. I would say it's dipping its toes into the stim junkie realm. It's actually, we've just recently done a top 15 daily driver pre-workout, and this one was honestly fighting for that list. And the reason it didn't is just simply because it's just a bit too strong to be used on a daily basis, on our beliefs anyway. It's got alpha-yohimbine in there, which is, as we know, a potent stimulant, and that comes through, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, but it comes through really nicely. 1 milligram is the perfect dose for us personally, where you get the buzz from it, you get the energy kick, but you don't get the nasty side effects of the dribbly mouth and jitters and cold sweat. So
No.
We're always a big fan of the lower doses of alpha-yo.
No, and that sets you up from a sense of adrenaline standpoint. Energy, absolutely ample, guys. It's one of those ones that you can keep training when you're at the end of your session, and it comes with a real nice sense of well-being, and it feels healthy, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, and I think that's because they're ticking all those nootropic boxes. You know, we won't go through it again, but they've got half a dozen nootropics in there that all fire your brain up in different ways. Obviously, you've got the caffeine there. It just all comes together perfectly.
Yeah, really nicely. Now, another element we look for is that focus, and that focus on this, as expected, with at least, you know, the alpha GPC, lion's mane and L-tyrosine, is as good as you're going to get focus without going down the illicit routes of the grey area or even black market type ingredients, right?
Yeah, so you don't get any floaty highness off your head illicit feeling, but you definitely get that productive, switched on tunnel vision mode to kill your training set.
Serious
Savage pumps in the gym and the bedroom. Wolf pump.
focus, a bodybuilder's focus
Yeah.
that makes you want to go from cracking through each exercise to your full intent. And the power, actually, the element that it's actually got on the side, is there. It definitely comes with a real sense, as I said, well-being, but also endurance.
Yeah, definitely.
When you say strength endurance is there, you keep pushing heavy for longer. I think that's the betaine anhydrous at a hefty dose, plus those mind-to-muscle connection feels. You just are in the zone, and it makes you train hard, like really hard.
Yeah.
Pumps, what did you think of them?
Yeah, so the pumps, obviously, the label speaks for itself, but obviously we've always said this as well, the focus ingredients really play a huge part in that. You just touched on it, you get your mind
No
in
pun
the muscle.
intended.
Yeah, mind in the muscle, which obviously generates the pumps naturally, but then you also get all the nitric oxide boosting ingredients to just further them even more. So we were looking like the Michelin Man by the end of our session.
Yeah,
weren't we?
and here's where honesty comes through, right? We was a little disappointed looking at this label because all they've done is taken something out. They've not taken something out and then chucked something in as a replacement. That ingredient was S7, which is a nitric oxide inducing ingredient made of a blend of 7 vegetables and fruits for an increase of up to 230% nitric oxide, right? Did we miss it, Craig?
No.
No, we didn't miss it. It's one of those ones that we've always said looks good on paper, and hell, a lot of people agree with us on that. But when it actually comes to the real world results with S7, it's negligible, I think, in the grand scheme of things. As soon as we're talking 8 grams of citrulline, plus the betaine anhydrous, plus the agmatine, I'm telling you guys, we're talking maybe 1%, 2%, 3% difference. Not noticeable in the real world.
No, absolutely not. So, yeah, touching on the pumps, obviously you got the excuse me, nitric oxide production, but also we got that hefty dose of glycerol, right? So you get that full, watery type pump.
The pumps for me are, I mean, it's all very, very, very top tier. I think the pumps are the best I'd say the energy just behind the pumps. I'd say the focus just behind the energy. Endurance up there somewhere in amongst that mix, but it is a solid, very strong daily slash stim junkie pre-workout. It's in that realm. I'd say use it 3 times a week.
Yeah, 100%. When we used to do the traffic light system, obviously red meant high stim, amber meant somewhere in between, and green was daily driver. This would be amber, wouldn't it?
It would match the colour of the tub.
Yeah.
So all in all, I think it's a fantastic pre-workout that we would both definitely use in the future, just for a... It's an all singing, all dancing package, right?
And no negatives as well, is what
No
I'm saying.
negatives, no nausea, digestion, no crash, no nothing. None of those cold sweats, jitters, nothing. It's just, it tastes good. I think it's priced well for what you're getting. It's top tier stuff. It's a fully slammed up label, packed to absolute punch, right?
Yeah.
With an all round singing, all dancing experience of mood elevation, sense of well-being, pumps, energy, focus, endurance, hydration, power. Let's give it some wrecked!
Yeah, there's no holes in the formula, is there? There's
No holes.
Nothing that we would look at and say, right, you need to increase that, you need to take that out, you need to put this in. It is just perfect as it is.
You can see why huge subs have done so well. Formulas speak for themselves. The results on top of that, I think. The results match the formulas, if not slightly above. A very, very good pre-workout. Would recommend it. Guys, want to say at this point, thank you for watching along. And as always,
Stay
stimmed. Let's wreck it.